What can you say to those who would ask, what is the difference between what you offer and traditional ABA therapy?
I would say that what I do is repetitive conversation. It could be me. It's almost like me across, from a table from someone practicing conversing with X at X place, and then routinely going over it over and over again to master that skill. I have come up with a system to use small talk for people who freeze up during conversation so that when there is a silence, they know to ask a question. We come up with small talk topics and we practice using those small talk topics and figuring out when the conversation is over, how to end it. So it starts with the introduction, the specific question, which I tell people is either having to do with where they are or what they're doing. So if you're at a restaurant, you could say, have you ever been to this restaurant before? Or what do you like getting here? You then go on into interests and hobbies and follow-up questions to the interests and hobbies, and then small talk, which I generally talk about entertainment, which means, video games, movies, music, TV shows, family, the person's week or weekend, work, school, weather, and travel. And then when we practice it enough times in fake situations, like, hey, we're at a cafe and, you meet your friend's friend. How do we use the model here? Enough times that they get used to it and become more confident in conversing.
ABA therapy can be for children and it can be for adults as well. And when I first learned about it, there's ABA kind of has a mixed public opinion towards it, where, you have people, especially parents. So, our organization, we're part of a lot of like parental groups on places like Facebook and such. And whenever that topic comes up, because it seems like daily it comes up where you have a new parent who says, hey, what do we think about ABA therapy? And it's a somewhat mixed bag where you have the
I see that as well,
of parents who by and large approve of ABA therapy. They swear by it. And I've personally witnessed individuals see tremendous improvement in their social skills, ability to interact with people, at least on a basic level, through ABA therapy. Interestingly, though, I've witnessed people who are opposed to ABA therapy saying that it can be a very traumatic experience. And even more interestingly is that the people I've seen who have that response tend to be people who are autistic. And so what are your thoughts on that?
I think they have every right to feel that way. If they don't want a service, whether it's something that isn't helpful or offensive, I think it's okay for them to say, I don't want it for myself, but I think it's okay for other people to give it a try. I think not everything is for everyone, but yeah, I think everyone should be given the opportunity to try something, and if it works, awesome. If not, hopefully there's something out there that works better. I definitely don't have a strong feeling towards it at this point.
I think it also depends on how people approach it. So if I'm a parent, or if you're a parent and you're going to ABA therapy with the intent to fix a child,
of course,
or correct a child, then I think it's very likely that outcomes will be negative, because we got to keep it real. We still live in a world where there are people who fundamentally believe that autism and things like that are things that need to be cured, that kind of view it as not concept to be understood, but things to be corrected and fixed. Whereas I'm generally of the mind that these are things to be understood with the intent to furnish a better quality of life for the individual so they can navigate this world around them and have a decent life, especially as a parent.